Okay. I think we're just about there. I think it's about to happen. This is awesome stuff. I think so. Oh my goodness. I think we're about to go live. Yay! Bruce is coming on. Yay! I think so. All right. Oh my goodness. If I can just get him to mute, I can just mute the guy. I don't have to listen to him. What's that? What the? Shut up. I don't want that. What's an ad? Oh, that's good. Hey, I think we're live. Let's take a look. Ooh-wee. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. How you guys doing? What's happening? It's not Speedo weather. I'll tell you that right now. I got friends of mine. I got viewers of mine that are on cruise ships right now, and they can be doing this, but not me. I'll tell you that right now. Not where I'm sitting. How are you doing, everybody? Welcome to the show. Just dropped in to say hi. What's going on with everybody? Oh my gosh, what a day! I've been kind of busy here today with everything going on in the cruise world. Plus, I'm watching Trade Center because today is the NHL trading deadline, and everything stops when there's NHL Trade Center. We're all watching what hockey players are going where because this is it. You can't do any more trades for the rest of the season. You gotta play who you got to go for the Stanley Cup. And well, yeah, I'm a bit of a hockey fan, Canadian after all. I'm in Creston, BC, where the weather is, well, it was gorgeous sunny this morning. I have to say, clear blue sky, really nice. Now it's just clouding over. It's getting kind of windy. It's starting to look kind of yucky. We're only about 25 degrees, if that, maybe 22 degrees today. We're not getting warm. We're not getting any warmer. And, well, I guess it's winter, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's perfect weather to go on a cruise. And there you have it. Let me just keep making some adjustments here on my computer, the angle. Can you see my shirt okay? I can see me all right. I can see you. Well, I can't see you. I know you're there. I'm sure some of you are there. How are you? Welcome to the channel. It's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. We love talking about cruise ships, going on cruise ship vacations, and talking about cruise ports and you name it, whatever's going on out there. And welcome one, welcome all to the show. Glad you could make it. I already see 77 or 78 of you here. Fantastic. 14 thumbs ups already. Haven't even started. Got my 2 thumbs down. I got my 2 trolls who've immediately given me 2 thumbs down. Thank you for that. 1 minute into the show, boom, hit this guy with a couple of thumbs down. That means I have 17, 18 engagements already. Gotta love that. There we go, 16 thumbs ups already. So I'm outnumbering the negatives 8-1. Right on. Thank you for that. Yeah, I got a little bit of news to talk to you guys about today about the cruise world and what's happening and some other things going on. What else was I going to say to you? Oh, well, the channel. Yeah, the channel just keeps on growing. As I always talk about my YouTube channel. Thank you to all the viewers out there who just are finding me. Some of you are being referred to me by friends. Others of you are getting referrals from outside sources somehow, or you're doing a Google search of whatever you're trying to find, and then you find out that this channel exists, and then you watch a couple of the videos, and you go, hey, this guy's got almost 750 videos. Did you know that? Almost 750 videos. I'm not even 18 and a half months old. As a YouTuber, I got a lot of videos out there. Of course, I do 8 live shows a week, so that kind of helps. 6 shows Monday to Friday, 5 o'clock, Saturdays at 2. 6 shows dedicated to cruise ship talk, and then I do 2 shows, Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, 8 o'clock, live trivia. So tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, if you're not doing anything, or if you're just going to watch some lousy television, forget about it. Head on over here tomorrow at 8 o'clock, and we'll play some live trivia. We always have fun on live trivia. We do about an hour's worth, hour and a half worth of trivia every couple of days, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it's a good time. Anyway, thank you for joining me today for this show. When I was last on the air Saturday, I was sitting at 16,471 subscribers. 16,471, which in a year and a half, it's unbelievable. Now 16,648. We've added 177 subscribers since Saturday afternoon. Here we are Monday at 5 Eastern. Unbelievable. The growth rate just continues to astound me. I've had days where I've added 300 and 400 subscribers in a day. I don't know how that happens. It's just whoa! I'm blown away. but this kind of lately is the new normal. It's kind of like between 2,000 and 3,000 new subscribers a month seem to be coming into this channel just on a regular basis. They just keep trickling in here. I'm blown away. If you are a new subscriber or you're watching me live and you've never watched me live before, welcome to the show. Welcome to my channel. I'd love it if you became a subscriber. There's a button here. There's probably a button over here. One of these two has a little bell icon beside it. Hit that when you subscribe to my channel, and you will be notified every time I do a new video, every time I do a new show. And if you were and are a subscriber and you have already hit that bell notification icon, you were alerted today. I did upload a video already today, and I'm going to be talking about that very shortly, because that is the subject du jour here. What a story. Stuff's happening all the time. I have another news story to talk to you guys about that I was thinking might be the dominant news story of the day for me, for my channel, but it isn't. But over the next few days, I will highlight this story even more. I may even make a video about the secondary story, because it needs the detail as well. I'm still doing a lot of research on this. So again, welcome one, welcome all. If you're new to the channel, like I said, please say hi to me. Tell me, where are you watching me from? Where are you? What country are you in? Canada, USA, Europe, Australia? Where are you? Tell me the name of your town. Tell me today the following information. Where do you live? What's your high temperature today? What's the price of gas in your neighborhood? You want to tell me that? And did you get an ad today? Do you get ads when you watch my channel? Whenever you watch my videos, do advertisers try to sell you something? Who's advertising to you? I'd like to know. It's always curious for me to help me figure out who's using my channel to send out messages. It's always cool, because they don't tell me who advertises on my channel. I have to figure that out by myself. YouTube doesn't really divulge that. You have to know. I can't find out, because when I watch my own YouTube channel, I don't get ads. I'm the creator. They don't advertise to me. They advertise to you through me. So if you can help me with that, that'd be great. Anyway, welcome one, welcome all. I'm glad you're here to see me today. Hang out with me a little while. Now, what I generally do is I talk for about 4 or 5 minutes to let people come in here. I've got 104 of you now. That's great. Then I give you the news of the day, which I'm about to do now. And then I lose about 20% of my viewers, because they just scatter. They're only here for the news. Bruce, just tell me what's going on. I don't want to hear all this other nonsense. And then after I finish with the news of the day, I hang out with the folks who are here and start talking to my people who are talking to me. And it's always a good time. And I appreciate one and all of you coming around. Now, a special shout out to Tom Henry and to Paul Wilgus. I know those guys are on the Norwegian Dawn cruise ship right now in the Caribbean Sea. I've been receiving, and as of you as well, if you are a follower of this channel, you know I have a Facebook group page called Traveling with Bruce, spelled with 2 L's, just like right there. Traveling with Bruce on Facebook. I invite all of you out there who are not over there. Between these live shows, we hang out over there, a lot of us. And Tom Henry has been taking photos of that suite that they're in, this beautiful room on this cruise ship. You want to see what it's like on a really nice a room from a viewer of Traveling with Bruce, not some professional, hired guy or girl by the cruise line. I'm talking about just like people like us. He's been taking photos of the suite that they're in, and you want to see what those accommodations are like? Come on over to the Traveling with Bruce Facebook page. He's popping up photos over there. It's just great stuff. And just ask to join the channel. I'll let you in. And come on by. And if you've ever taken a cruise before and you've got a bunch of photos of cruise ships you've been on, or islands you visited, or you've been to Europe, you've taken riverboat cruises, you have photos from the inside of river cruise ships, I would love to see those too. If you've got photos of ocean liners from the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, I'd like to see those too. I really would. Even older would be even cooler than that. Your grandparents' photos of Atlantic crossings. Oh man, anything that you want to share with that would be fantastic. Thank you guys for doing that. All right, thank you everybody from around the world who is watching me today and watch me 6 days a week. Unbelievable. I still blows me away that I'm in Creston, British Columbia, 3 miles north of the U.S. border, just north of Idaho in British Columbia here. I have viewers from around the world that watch me 6 days a week, and the hours of the day that these people watch me, it just astounds me I love it, and I'm welcoming you all here to the show. So welcome one, welcome all. This is great. There, I see Stanley. Stanley, I see you. You just signed in. I see you right there. I got you. Stanley, watch you from Boston. Yearly traveler on Royal Caribbean. Stanley, how you doing, buddy? B-Town. Love it. I love folks from Beantown. Thanks for coming by here and seeing me, buddy. I'll give each and every one of you a shout out today once I get the news done, but I just happened to see that there's a brand new one right there, brand new viewer. Okay, here's the news of the day. I got two stories for you. The first one, I thought this was going to be the story of the day. I thought for sure, oh, here we go. This is going to be my lead. I'm going to make a video about this. This is all I'm going to be talking about. And then another story popped up and took its place. So the first story I'll quickly go over, government of the Bahamas, our friends in the Bahamas. Now, those of you who don't know, and a lot of you do know because a lot of you found me because of this situation in the Bahamas. I did a video about a month ago, 3.5 weeks ago, where I ranked the 10 most dangerous cruise ports for cruise ship travelers. And it just so happened that this list had been out a while, and I finally decided I'd put it to video. And the Bahamas was ranked as the #1 worst place to go. I have nothing against the Bahamas. I love the Bahamas. I think the Bahamas are beautiful. 700 islands, great people, really nice. But this particular listing of these 10 worst cruise ports obviously centered on Nassau. It didn't center on Freetown. It didn't center on Grand Bahama Island. It didn't center on any of the islands or private resorts that the cruise ships have. It centered on downtown Nassau, and how lately it hasn't been fun in downtown Nassau for a lot of cruise passengers. A lot of passengers with kids, they really don't like it in downtown Nassau. It's aggressive. It's a hustle environment. There are a lot of desperate people trying to make a living down there, and there's too many people and not enough customers, and the customers who are down there don't like to be hassled like they've been hassled. And some, of course, have had issues with pickpockets and robberies and snatch and grabs and all kinds of nonsense. And the U.S. government, the Canadian government, they have been issuing travel advisories to the Bahamas, in particular Nassau, and other Caribbean islands. I'm not just picking on Bahamas alone, but the Bahamas. I did a video of, like I said, where I ranked the Bahamas as the #1 worst place. And oh, did I hear about it? Oh, I got everything. But I got to tell you, about 85% of the viewers who watched that video liked the video, gave me thumbs ups. Only a quarter, not even a quarter, 15% maybe gave me thumbs downs. And the comments, oh my gosh, it's 10 to 1, 10 positive, 1 negative. But boy, I got some negatives. Ooh, I got some nasty, nasty comments. I had to delete a few because they were rather offensive and kind of crossed the line when it comes to a PG channel. You know, so we try to run a PG show and try to be nice. And anyway, there's ways to be critical without being too, whatever. Anyways, well, that was the story. So today, government of the Bahamas, they're proud as heck. They've announced a major announcement that they have decided to go with a group called Global Port Holdings Limited to redevelop the Port of Nassau for cruise ship passengers. This is a big announcement from the island. They've been studying this now for a long time. They delayed this announcement by at least 3 months. There was supposed to be an announcement like this back in the fall, and it was not released in the fall. They held off. They want to do some more study. There were 2 other groups vying for the right to bid on the contract to redo the port in basically downtown Nassau, where the cruise ships hang out. One of the groups, the other groups, was a consortium of the cruise lines. Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, they were banding together to put a group together to rebuild and redesign the area downtown to make it more, cruise ship and passenger friendly and make it work for the locals. But the government had all kinds of, it's a huge political football. Trust me, folks, this is a massive political football in the Bahamas. And there were accusations by opposition members of the government and others saying that if you go with the cruise lines, you're selling out. You're selling out. You're giving sovereignty of our country away to the cruise lines. And what do they know about running a cruise port? Yeah, cruise lines. What do they know? In any event, the group they went with this firm called Global Ports Holdings, and not a slouch either, a pretty large operation. They run a number of ports around the world, I think 15. These particular people just made a deal only a week and a half ago with the government of Antigua. I used to say Antigua. I now know it's Antigua. Antigua has signed, I think, a 20 or 25-year deal with the same group here, Global Ports Holdings, to redevelop their port in Antigua. And the island of the Bahamas, the government of the Bahamas have decided we're going to do a 25-year concession with these guys. And the project is supposed to be a $250 million of redevelopment, where they're going to add enough dock space for 2 more cruise ships. So they'll be able to handle, I guess, 6 at a time instead of the 4 they got now. They're talking about redoing the waterfront entirely. They're talking about a tram system to take passengers from the ships, because you know how big these cruise ships are now. They're 1,100 feet long, 1,200 feet long. You get off in the middle of a cruise ship on the last pier. Oh my gosh, you gotta walk 600 feet to get to the front of your ship. Then you've got to walk 1,000 or 1,500 feet to get to the. No, that's not going to happen. Yeah, if you're 25 years old, you're going to do it. Yeah, sure. But at 85% heat and 100% humidity, you're just going to be a sweaty mess by the time you're done. That's not going to happen. They're operating a tram system to handle the movement of thousands of passengers, 6 ships in a day. We're talking 20,000 people a day or more that could be visiting downtown Nassau if this goes through. So they need a tram system to handle the movement of people and not have them faint or pass out on the way there. But once you get to the shore, you don't want to have what we have now. And what we have now is absolute chaos with the straw market and all the cabbies and the bus drivers and the tour operators and the street hustlers and the ne'er-do-wells, and on it goes. It is an absolute disaster. And a lot of people aren't getting off ships. They're not getting off the ships. So the government of Nassau, the Bahamas government, they want people to come off the ships and enjoy Nassau. And they don't want to have them feel like they're being hassled when they do so. And so that whole area along the waterfront is all going to be redone. Now, I can tell you, I know what it's like in North America. And if you are in North America or in Europe, you're in a developed country, a G20 country, you know what I'm talking about. When we talk about land that has to be either expropriated, buildings purchased, demolished, streets widened, this is a political football locally. This is going to become a political local football. So now the city of Nassau is going to be up in arms about those who are being affected by this, and those who aren't. Those who aren't just going to go, this is a great idea. Those who are being affected going, I'm losing my business, I'm losing my warehouse, I'm losing my livelihood. They're forcing me out. There's going to be all kinds of that kind of stuff. Trust me, this is years in the making. This is not going to happen in 3 months. We're probably not going to see this done for at least 3 years in its entirety. They're talking about adding a 10,000 person concert facility, outdoor concert venue down there to hold events. They're talking about an outdoor movie theater of some kind. I don't know how that's going to work, because cruise ships love to leave town around 4 or 5 in the afternoon before it gets dark. Cruise ships, adios, out of there. I don't know what's going on with the government of the Bahamas. Are they going to try to convince cruise lines to stay until 10 at night and then go out, have their passengers hang around in this downtown core area? How secure is it going to be? You think you've got a problem with pickpockets at broad daylight? What about snatch and grabs and pickpockets in the dark? You can't just have anyone can get in and out of there. This is going to have to be heavily secured and fortified. I just don't know how this is going to work out. But you got to give them A for effort. They're really going bold rather than going home. They're going bold. They're really making a strong move forward to try to shake it up. This old system of Nassau as it was isn't working. 1980, 85, it wasn't. It was a unique time where if you came in on a Carnival cruise ship, like the old Mardi Gras, if you came in on a cruise ship with 1,000 passengers, there'd be 1 ship a day coming in, maybe 1 ship every 2 or 3 days only coming into Nassau, not even 4 or 5 in a day. It might only be 1 or 2 at a time, if that. It was cute. It was rustic. It was charming to come in on a cruise ship into downtown Nassau, and 1,000 people would blend into downtown Nassau because you were now part of the local scene for a half a day or so. It's not charming and cute anymore. It's now a royal pain in the rear end because with 4 ships now coming in every day, you've got 6,000 to 12,000 people a day getting off of these ships, maybe even more. And the downtown streets just aren't able to handle 15,000 at a time, because 15,000 passengers is one thing, but having 1,000 or 2,000 locals handling the 15,000 was another. It's complete mayhem, complete chaos. And like I said, not everyone is benefiting from this influx of new people, and there are those on the outer edge who are the desperados. They're looking for an easy mark to try to figure out, can I rob someone of their purse or wallet and get a couple of $100 and survive another week on this island? It's just the way it is. Anyway, we'll have to see how this plays out. It's not like it used to be. It'll never be that way again. The trend is 5,000 size passenger ships and higher. Nowadays, when a cruise line announces a ship of less than 1,000 people, it's a 6-star luxury liner, exclusive kind of thing. The average cruise ship that most of us can afford to go on, 3,000 to 7,000 people per is the kind of number we're talking about, plus crew. And downtown Nassau, downtown Georgetown and the Cayman Islands, any of these small little islands with quaint little downtown, they're going to be overrun by thousands of tourists every day. And so those charming little farmer market things and all that's over. It's gone. It's all made in China crap that's going to be there. And I'm sorry, the so-called cultural significance of visiting the Bahamas, it's over. That's not happening anymore. In the meantime, we also know, one last thing I'll mention about this story is that every cruise line that is a cruise line, MSC, Disney, Carnival with all of its brands, that's Princess, Holland America, Cunard, Royal Caribbean with Celebrity, all of these cruise lines have their own private resorts, private islands, private getaways. Even our friends, the new ones, Virgin Voyages with Richard Branson's cruise line, the Scarlet Lady, the ship that's coming out next year, they've already got their own beach club in the Bahamas. The Bahamas has got, what, 8, 10, 12 private destination resorts that cruise lines take their guests to now and will be in the future continuing to do so. In the case of Royal Caribbean, Perfect Day at Coco Key, that development is a $200 million investment in just their private island. Think about downtown Nassau. They're talking about $250 million development that they had to set a tender for. Royal Caribbean is spending $200 million upgrading an island they already have. What? That's what I'm talking about. It is humongous, the amount of money the cruise lines are pouring into the Bahamas and to Haiti and to Turks and Caicos and to Dominican Republic and other areas. Do not be surprised. You're going to start to hear, not too long from now, private Mexican resorts for cruise ships. The cruise lines are not interested in playing Russian roulette anymore, where they have their passengers going into areas of Mexico where there is possible mayhem. They want their own private secured getaways. They've done it in Belize. They're doing it in Honduras. They're going to keep doing it throughout the Caribbean and worldwide. Trust me on this one. It's coming. The days of a cultural, happy, kumbaya campfire time in a quaint little getaway island, it's over. These cruise ships with 6,000 passengers on board, this is a high volume business. We're talking Disneyland here, and that's the way it's going to be. You want to get on a cruise ship and enjoy culture and get into small, tiny, unspoiled areas, you're talking Ponon cruises, you're talking Viking ocean cruises with 900 passengers, and that's as big as they get. We're talking ships 600 passengers, 400 passengers or less. But get ready, drop 1,000 a day per person to enjoy that. because for $5.99 a week or $6.99 a week or $8.99 a week with a free drink package and all kinds of entertainment on board, you're not going to get the cultural getaway experience that used to be enjoyed back in the 70s and the 80s. That's all gone, folks. We want way more than that. Or what we want and what we are going to get, it's just not what our parents had or grandparents had. It's the way it's going. Anyway, there's my little rant on all of that. I'm thinking of doing a video on this story. You can imagine how long this video is going to take? I have to slice this story into bits and pieces. I'm still trying to figure out how can I tell the story in a video in 2 minutes. It's so complicated. But the Bahamas, they have got billions of dollars being invested in their country, which is good, employing thousands of Bahamians, which is good. But if the Bahamians think that they're going to be able to promote their culture and history inside these, forget about it. These are water parks and Disneyland getaways for volumes of people, and that's just the way it's going to go. You either take that deal or you get nothing, because a 6,500 passenger cruise ship is not coming to a tiny little island with a wooden pier and a whole bunch of little stands over here selling coconuts and quick little drinks. Not happening. That's all over. All right. But the story of the day, oh my God, the story of the day is the video I made this morning, first thing. The New Jersey couple that I read the story the first time, and I oh, that's interesting. I kind of went away from it. I came back 10 minutes later. I read it again. I found a second story on it. Then I found a little interview, and I decided I would make a video. And here we go. And this just, as the day is worn on, I've thought to myself, oh man, this can happen to any of us. What happened to these two can happen to any of us. So here's the short of it. A couple from New Jersey, Carol and Bertram. I'm not using last names. It's actually not important for what it is I'm trying to express to you here. The gal, Carol, is 80. Gentleman, Bertram, is 82. And they live in New Jersey. They were on their 16th cruise. 16th cruise. This one was with Royal Caribbean. They were on the Allure of the Seas. They were with a group of friends. They were Rotarians, the Rotary Club, a group cruise on the Allure of the Seas. That all sounds great, and it is great. They all worked their way down to Miami, and they were on the ship for a 1-week cruise from Miami. Went to Nassau, had a sea day, ended up in Roatan and Cozumel. Supposed to go to Playa, what is it? Maya Playa, you know what I'm talking about. Costa Maya, Maya Playa, Costa Maya, and then a sea day back to Miami. I have the notes here. I'm just too lazy to look at them. Anyway, the gal, Carol, she is 80, and she's got a few health issues. Well, when you're 80, who wouldn't? And she noticed that when she went to the bathroom, I'm not sure what day it was, but on the cruise, on one of the days, she noticed that she took, did what she had to do, and then she kind of took a look at her work just to make sure it's all there, and she noticed that she had some what we say blood in her stool, and she decided that it would be prudent, like George Bush, the president, used to say, would be prudent. She went to the ship's doctor to mention the fact that I have blood in my stool and I think my ulcer might be acting up. And the doctor on board the ship, of course, took her blood pressure and checked her vital signs and took a blood sample. That's what you do. Sample came back after testing, which I think they could do right on board. And he found that her red blood cell count was a little low for his liking. But she, in the meantime, she seemed okay. She didn't seem like she needed a intravenous, or she wasn't like lightheaded. She didn't sound like she was suffering from massive pain or anything like that. But the doctor, checking, and said to her, "We'll check your blood maybe tomorrow, see how you're feeling. But if your red blood cell count drops below a certain point in time, we're going to have to act on it, but let's see what happens. Let's just go from there." Anyway, by the time they got to their last stop, which was Costa Maya, that was the 22nd of February. That was just a couple days ago, 4 days ago. as far as I know, this is the cruise that they were on. I thought they left, from what I understand, they left Miami February 17th. We're supposed to come back on the 24th, which was yesterday. And a couple days ago, the 22nd was Costa Maya Day. That was the day the doctor took another blood sample, and he found her red blood count, cell count, to be very low. Did not like the reading, and I'm going to put words in the mouth of the doctor and the cruise line and the whole story to kind of put it to you folks in street lingo. This is how I understand it, and you folks will have your opinion on it. But I think the so-called playbook that Royal Caribbean has for its medical teams, and it's the same or very similar for all cruise lines, I'm sure. The playbook says if you've got a patient that is bleeding internally, which is what's happening here, she's bleeding internally, and the blood count is so-and-so or less, get that person the hell off this cruise ship right now and get him in a hospital. This is serious stuff, because the signs are there that we've got, Houston, we got a problem. And I don't care how spry the person feels or how strong they are or how doesn't matter. When these vital signs come in at these kinds of numbers with this kind of condition, that there's no discussion. The doctor has been told, get that passenger off the ship. You can't treat this passenger. You're not able to stem internal bleeding on a cruise ship. Now, this particular cruise ship, the Allure of the Seas, being in Costa Maya, was going to go back to Miami. It was a 2 days at sea trip to get back to Miami. So the doctor knew, if she faints on me in 15 minutes due to lack of oxygen to her brain from internal bleeding issues, and I don't know where it's coming from, we think it's an ulcer, but it could be anything. What am I going to do? How do I treat her? We don't have an operating theater in this vessel, and we call the Mexican Coast Guard. They'll come with a cutter to get her, but they don't have the helicopter system that the USA has. We won't be in U.S. territorial waters for at least 24 hours to get the Coast Guard to come on and get her, and she may not survive the trip because she may be unconscious, and we're going to lose her. And so his thinking is, I got to get you off this ship because I cannot risk having you die here on this cruise ship. This is a $1 billion cruise ship. This is a $25–30 billion company. And there's going to be a lawyer in the US that'll be representing your estate going after us for millions because I, the doctor, let you stay on a ship knowing what your blood count was, having told you this and not knowing what to do about it. I mean, that would be, a big mistake. So the options were pretty limited here. We're in Costa Maya. You either have to go into a hospital here, or you got to get yourself back to the USA to a US hospital. And as far as this doctor is concerned, his thought was, we'll do everything we can to get you out of here. We don't have to medevac you out necessarily in a medical plane, but we got to get you to an airport, and you've got to get back to the USA as soon as possible. And we started in Miami. I'm going to get you back to Miami. That's my job, the doctor. We, the cruise line, will try to accommodate you to get you to Miami, but you're going to pay for it. It's because it's not our fault you're ill. It's not a fault that you're sick. I mean, you're sick. You're 80 years old and you're ill on my cruise ship. Well, here's the problem in Costa Maya, and this is the big warning to everyone out there. Hello, everybody out there. There's 151 of you here, which is fantastic, by the way. This is a new record for my channel. 44 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. When you get dropped off by a cruise liner, wherever the cruise liner is, you're on your own, baby. And don't come crying to me, Argentina, about the fact that you're in a third world country and you're not doing too well physically. What's a cruise line supposed to do? It's in Costa Maya. The water on board is clean. The food on board is clean. You're ill and you need medical attention now. There are certainly hospitals in and around Costa Maya that you could go to. If you don't have insurance, you're going to pay. If you have insurance, hopefully you'll be covered. But if you feel strong enough and you believe that you're strong enough to survive it, then work your way home. But to get home from certain ports in this planet of ours, and even as close to the USA as the Caribbean is, it can be a little tricky problem. And this is why you see videos all the time on YouTube, and you'll hear me and others talk to you out there about Don't miss your ship when it's time for the ship to leave port, because if you're in Costa Maya, you're going to have to endure what these people endured. No warning, no advanced planning. Got to get home now from Costa Maya. How do you do it? Well, the cruise line figured out the best thing we can do for you is we'll coordinate a taxi cab ride for you, $600 cab ride, 200 miles to Cancun, Mexico, where there's the international airport. From there, we'll connect you on a flight to Mexico City. From there, we'll connect you on a flight to Miami Beach or to Miami City, Miami, and you'll be able to get into a U.S. hospital there. That's the cruise line's extent of their responsibility. Where you're from is irrelevant. You're from New Jersey, Seattle, Creston, we don't care. This cruise started in Miami. We're getting you back to Miami, but you got to pay for it. But we'll help coordinate it. We'll help you figure out a way to get you there as soon as quickly as best as possible. Oh my, they got into a cab. They had to pack. By the way, they were told, you're off this ship within the hour because we're out of here at 4:30 this afternoon. Our ship is leaving this port on schedule and you're out of here. And if you aren't packed, we are packing you out. Like, you get into your cabin now, get packed, and be down on deck 4 to check off the ship because we want you off the ship. Security will guarantee it. They had friends, again, Rotarians, who helped them pack quick, get everything organized, and got them down to the level. And these folks had to get off the ship. Apparently, they got off the ship, and there was a pickup truck waiting for them. They had to throw their suitcases into the back of a pickup because this pier is just like I was telling you with Nassau. It's a long pier to get all the way to the shore in Costa Maya. The pickup truck drove them right to the shore there. They got off of there. Then they had to pay a $74 fee to the Mexican government to be allowed into the country other than their day stay, because they're not staying for the day now. They're no longer cruise ship passengers. You're now entering the country. They had to pay a $74 fee, I guess $37 each. They paid that, and then they got into a cab that had been hired and found a driver who was going to take them to Cancun, Mexico, 5 hours, 200 miles. And it went through a couple of provinces or states that are pretty unstable, according to the U.S. State Department, the Canadian government, the kind of areas where they tell you do not ever go here, ever. Well, they had to get to Cancun one way or the other. They had to get there, and so this cabbie drove them. And story went that they stopped at a gas station somewhere to relieve themselves because cabbie needed a pee. And I guess the gentleman was saying it was scary. I mean, he went into a men's room, and he's looking over his shoulder while he was doing his business in one of the urinals. He said it was scary. I was afraid for my life. But they got to Cancun. Didn't know where to the airport they had to go, but they figured it out. They then got on an airplane that had been scheduled departure to Mexico City. They landed in Mexico City. They were so afraid of not making it back alive, whether she was going to pass out or whether he was going to have a heart attack because of the stress. I believe the woman, I think Carol, wrote a will, an amended will on the airplane to her kids in case I die on this trip coming back. This is what I want done. I mean, talk about scared out of their wits with no advance warning whatsoever. Get to Mexico City. And now the question is how to get back. And they know that their flight, the second flight, is to Miami, but they don't want to go back to Miami. They want to go home to Newark, where they come from. And thankfully, the friends who were on the cruise ship, who were texting with them, thankfully, said to them, listen, you can fly on United Airlines out of Mexico City direct to Newark on a direct flight. And so the couple booked a flight to Newark on United. The next morning at 9 a.m., they were on a plane to Newark. They had to spend the night at the airport, in effect. They got there like 1 or 2 in the morning, had to spend until 8 in the morning to get on that plane. They made it to Newark. She contacted her doctor. I think the doctor had been contacted already before she got there. And she's fine. She's okay. This is not a medical emergency. She's not in dire straits. Yes, it's concerning, but it is not. She's not on her last legs whatsoever. And they're back home. They counted up the dollars. How much did it cost them to do this last-minute booking from an international airport from Cancun to Mexico, Mexico to Newark, the canceled flights, the cab ride, the other, it's over 3,400 American dollars. It's at least 3,400. I don't believe they have travel insurance. I don't believe so. I haven't been able to determine this much yet. Story is this new, it's so shocking. But I guess what I wanted to mention to all of you out there is this doesn't happen. This wouldn't happen to just 80-year-olds. Think again. This can happen to any of us at any age, at any time. I did a video not that long ago about a young college guy, 21, 22-year-old college student who was traveling with mom and dad, the family, on a 5-day quickie from New Orleans or Galveston to Mexico and back on Carnival. It was nothing exotic at all. And he had no issues, health issues whatsoever. And on the second day on the cruise, he came down with unbelievable abdominal pain, needed an emergency appendectomy. Cannot be done on the cruise ship. They had to get him on shore. They found the Mexican, they got a hold of the Mexican Navy. They got a cutter out there, and he and his mom went right to the shore and then into an ambulance, and then they played the hospital game in, I believe, Cancun, Mexico, and what a nightmare that was. They too had to find their way home. He could not leave Mexico without the operation, though, and there was an absolute mess. And there was a family that did not have specific health insurance for this particular trip. At the end of the day, the mom was a nurse in a hospital system back in the US, and through the union, she may have had some kind of coverage. I don't know how that story ended up, but the nightmare of it going in and going through it must have been terrifying for everyone, because he almost died from, in effect, a ruptured appendix. It was that close, and he would have died in minutes had it happened. Anyway, this can happen to any of us at any time. We don't know. You feel great when you get on a cruise ship, and 2, 3 days, 4 days in, you start feeling a little, and you think it's maybe something you ate or something you drank, and it gets worse and worse. And the next thing you know, you're in an ambulance in a third world country, and all bets are off. The cruise line cannot help you, will not help you. It's not their job to help you. Their job is to transport you from port number 1 back to port number 1 on a scheduled cruise. And if you get ill or someone in your party gets ill, hey, you're on your own. The ship can only do so much. Obviously, if you scratch yourself on the cruise ship, the doctor can treat you with a bandage and disinfectant and, you know, antibiotics and all. Of course, if you sprain your ankle, they can treat you on board a cruise ship and put a lot of ice on it and wrap you up. Yeah, you'll make it back home. They'll give you some painkillers. Yes. But if you've got something internal going on, the doctor on board the cruise ship can go, what do you want me to do? I don't have 5 doctors and 6 nurses here. We don't have a triage center here. This is not a hospital ship. This is a vacation ship, and we're stopping at various ports. And if we're in close enough to U.S. waters, we can get the Coast Guard out here to get you. If you're strong enough to travel to get off here, we'll winch you onto a helicopter and get you up there, and you're on your way. But once you're off this ship, that's it. There's nothing we can do for you. And this is why travel insurance is important, really important. I don't care who you are, how old you are, how young you are, how healthy you are, how ill you are. You want to be covered, especially for something known as medevac insurance. And that would be where you get a plane to fly you back to the USA or Canada or whatever country you're from, to your, closest to where you're from, where the medical coverage is of the caliber that you're used to. But you're talking about a bill that could be $10,000 to $100,000 or $250,000 that is payable, and they will come after you for that cash or your assets. Homes have been lost, where people have lost everything being medevaced from point A to point B. So this story is something that can hit any of us at any time. You just don't know. And I recommended it, and I still maintain to take a look at travel insurance. If you're a retiree, or you're like my age and working like I'm working, but you want to travel, you may want to have full-time travel insurance from your provider. that maybe is the insurance provider for your car, your home, your life insurance. You might want to just, it might be a rider on an existing policy, or it's a separate policy all unto itself. Have your travel agent do some research on your behalf to find the best insurance that you can get, to make sure though that it's not just medical, but it's travel interruption, medevac, every scenario under the sun, you're covered. Because if this husband and wife did have it, they do have some form of travel insurance built in, they could be reimbursed for the cab fare. They could possibly be reimbursed for those 2 flights. Maybe even the $70 odd they gave to the Mexican government. Might be able to get that back. You can't get the time back. You can't get the cruise back. You can't get the terror back. You can't make the terror go away, unfortunately. But from a financial point of view, they might have been covered and had the peace of mind of, well, if my wife has a real problem medically, by the time we get to Cancun, we could just say to the cab driver, take us to this hospital, take us to a private hospital, and we'll get her treated there. Or in Mexico City, if she got off the plane and she was really ill, they could have taken her to a hospital in Mexico City, again, paid for by insurance, and got her treated there. But it's an unbelievable story. It can just show up at any time. It's one of these, oh my God, I can't believe it. And I post a video. I can't believe it. While I'm posting the video, I can't believe I'm posting this story. I can't believe it, but I am. And it's happening often. And with now this year, 30 million passengers expected to take a cruise through 2019 into 2020 on an annual basis, we're up to 2.5 million people a week on cruise ships. There are going to be these stories popping up more and more often, because we're not getting any younger. We're getting older every day that goes by, and people want to get that last cruise in, or they feel like, hey, I'm fine. I'm 78 years old. I took a cruise last year, had a great time. I want to take a cruise this year because I'm going to do another cruise next year. Darn it, I'm doing a cruise every year. And people are going, and there's no stopping them to take a cruise. But when Mother Nature says, this system you got in here is malfunctioning. It's malfunctioning now, and now we need treatment. Yeah, sometimes sometimes somebody above has a timer that's a little different than yours, and you just don't know until the time comes. In any event, there are my 2 stories of the day that I wanted to bring to your attention that popped up this morning, first thing on my news services that I've been following, and I'll be talking about these for a little while going forward. What are your thoughts? Share them with me. Tell me what you think. 51 thumbs up so far. Got 5 down. Some people hate this story. They hate me. They can't stand it. Well, there's 56 thumbs, and thank you for that. We take the good and the bad. What can I say? I always say to people, I heard a YouTuber the other day say something like, oh, if you really like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you really hate my video, hit the thumbs down twice. Which, of course, means it goes down and then disappears. I think that's a great idea. But what can I say? You got to take it all, and you got to go with it. I want to say hi to everybody who's here. There are messages who've been coming in since I started talking. Let's see who's here saying hi to me. You have any comments, questions, anything, let me know. If you're new, please say hi to me. We're going to probably say goodbye to a few folks here who are going to leave me right now. We were at 150-odd people not too long ago watching. We're now down to 126. So there's a few here who only come in for the first messages of the day, and then off they go. But the rest of us, we hang out and talk cruise and whatever else is going on. And I'm saying hi to Paul Wilson. I'm saying hi to Sean Langford. Sean Langford is talking about A Glorious Sun came out today. Going to listen on my way home. He's driving home listening to me. Brittany Lockwood is here. Paul Wilson is here. Carl Peterson is here. Kat Rose from Sacramento. Who else is here? Alan Carter from Calgary is here today. I've got to catch up with you guys. Scott Weber is here, 60 in Palos Verdes. Right on. And Carl, thank you for popping in. Gina Cooch is here. Hello, all. Hello, Gina. Glenn Edinburgh from Brisbane, Australia is here. Hi, Bruce and the TWB team. Comfortable 28 degrees Celsius and overcast in Brisbane, Australia. Have you heard about the drama the P&O Pacific Dawn had due to the cyclone Oma? I did hear a bit about it. Glenn, I noticed, by the way, you're not even at 30 Celsius as the streak is over. Maybe you didn't hit 30 today and you've lost the streak for every day over 30 Celsius. But there's been a tropical storm, a cyclone off the southern coast of Australia, southwest coast, southeast coast. and it caused the P&O Pacific Dawn to avoid going back to Brisbane. Couldn't get back. The swales were too high. And I heard a little bit about that, but if you have any more info on that, I'd love to know. Cat Rose ceiling fan on right now because I do not feel like trying to catch up, reach up and turn it off as the cord is too short. Right on, Cat. Paul Wilson. Okay, Bruce, it's 5 o'clock. You got to get on here. Let's see. Sylvan. Hi, Bruce and everybody. Cloudy 78 in Delray Beach, Florida. Gas is down to $2.28 a gallon. Thumbs up and smash that subscribe button, everybody. Anne Sharaval is here saying hello. Hi, Anne. Sean is saying Bruce is late. He's a minute late. I want my money back. London Diaz. Hey, Bruce, any updates on Carnival Mardi Gras? London, I don't have anything specifically new today. Haven't heard any new info as of now. The ship is being built quickly, or obviously as quick as can be done. Second ship has been ordered right behind it. So we're going to hear updates probably every month here, starting shortly, as to how it's coming along and all the various features about the ship. There's going to be a lot to talk about. Dwayne, give my thumbs up, and I'm out of here. Thank you, Dwayne, for coming and going. Wes Morrison, hi, Bruce. World travel insurance covered the cost of the couple's cost to get back home from Mexico? Question mark is what he's wondering. Sylvan, I'm still looking for a cabin mate for my large cabiny. Let me try that again. I'm still looking for a cabin mate for my large balcony handicap cabin on the Norwegian Breakaway, cabin 11888. If you want to see what his cabin looks like, you can go to vacationstogo.com, find the ship. You can see his cabin on the floor plan. You can always go to Norwegian's website, find the Breakaway ship under the various ships. You'll find the deck levels. Check out that cabin. He's leaving on September 19th for a one-week cruise. He's looking for a cabin mate, a traveler, solo. Any takers? If so, please contact me. And if you can't contact Sylvan, contact me, and I'll try to get you guys in touch with each other. But Sylvan needs a traveler September the 19th for a week on the Breakaway. He's been on the ship before. He loves that ship. A lot of people enjoy the Norwegian Breakaway. It's not that old. Should be a good time. John LeBeau, good afternoon, TWB. Hello, all. The sun is shining out today after 7 days of rain in Raleigh. Right on, John, finally. Ciola Page, what does travel insurance cover? It covers everything if you've got the right policy. It covers nothing if you have the wrong policy. If you've got the wrong policy, you might only have $1,000 of coverage and the rest is up to you. You might have deductibles that are so outrageous, you got nada. You've got to talk to an insurance professional about travel insurance. Forget about the travel agent. Forget about the cruise company. Talk to your own personal your own personal insurance agent for your car, your insurance person for your home or your apartment or renter's insurance, whoever you're using now. Talk to these people. It's all they do. It's their job. And find out from them what would be the best way for you to go. They may be able to give you an annual deal that covers you for every time you take a trip by air, bus, rail, what have you. You may want to know that and be really covered with regard to policies out there that are just crap. They talk a good talk, but they give you no coverage, and it's impossible to collect. You've got to avoid these sham policies and be covered. Adam Shafiwiak, hey Bruce, it's 1 degree in Minnesota. Got 5-foot drifts of snow. It's got another blizzard. Gas is running 228. Unbelievable, Adam. We're in the heart of it. It is absolutely cruise weather right now. Glenn, Pacific Dawn had to stay out at New Caledonia an extra 3 days before heading back to Brisbane due to the swell. 5-meter waves. Lots of unhappy campers and unhappy cruisers. What are you going to do? Mother Nature is the boss. Cruise ships get tossed around like ping pong balls in swimming pools. You got to avoid these things. That's the way it is. Cruise liners are not going headlong into a hurricane or a cyclone. That's not their style. Dwayne, NHL, blah humbug. I haven't watched hockey since the strike many years ago. Florida lifestyle. We finally have a cool day in Orlando, about 75 degrees, low humidity and breezy. A welcome relief, I bet. Welcome, guys, to the show. I'm glad you're here. Paul Wilson, sure it is, Bruce. Put on your Speedos and go outside. See what your neighbors will say. Oh, they'll talk. They'll talk. And then the call will come, and those guys with those white jackets with those extra long sleeves come and they kind of wrap you up and take you away. Whatever happened to that YouTuber? That guy, that guy used to be on every day. Whatever happened to that guy? He's enjoying free accommodation right now. I know. Some kind of a state situation there. Never mind. Kelly Aston, no ad for me today. Hi there, TWB family. Sean Langford, go Preds. London Diaz, Carnival, NCL, RCL, question mark. Dwayne, point the camera out the window. Let's see Creston. It's not that pretty. Never mind. Don't forget your T-shirt. Glenn, not far off the 17,000 subs. That's right. 16 and a half, 16,600. We're moving. We're coming. Love that shirt, Bruce, says Sylvan. Daily Trucking. It's been a while since I've been on. Just booked the NCL Bliss 2-day, 20 days away. First cruise, Daily Trucking. You couldn't pick a better ship. That's going to be a great experience. You're going to love the Bliss. You're going to like it a lot. When you go on an older ship, you're going to go, oh. That's what you're going to do. You're going to do that. You're going to be on the Bliss, and then you're going to go on a ship that's 10 years old, and you're going to go, this is not like the Bliss. No, the Bliss is way different. Yeah, the Bliss is right now modern day. You're going to be spoiled rotten. I think you're going to like it. Cat Rose, Sylvan. I wish I could afford it. No ad today, says Cat. All right, Mr. Darkhawk. Hello, Bruce. Glad to join in during my commute. Right on, Mr. Darkhawk. Brittany Lockwood. Let's go give Bruce a thumbs up. Gay Ty is here. Gavin here. Good morning, guys. Another 100-degree day here in sunny Australia. Gas 129 a liter. New cruise, Radisson's Radiance of the Seas, New Zealand, Jan the 20th. Right on. Way to go, buddy. Stanley Stako. Hi, Stanley. Watching you from Boston. Yearly traveler. Right on, Stanley. Welcome, buddy. Like I said before, Vivian. Evening, nice day, high 55 in the UK. Vivian, that's not so bad, 55. Linda Moore, MSC News, crash in Buenos Aires. I haven't followed that story very closely. Two ships were at port. One kind of slid into the other. Total incompetence at the pier, total incompetence at the dock, total incompetence in the bridges. MSC, get your act together. What's wrong with you guys? Dwayne, hey, Stanley. Stanley says, smiling. Frank Allison, Vancouver, 7 degrees Celsius. I wish I had that right now. We're a little cooler. Henry, 407 is here from Arkansas. Hey, Bruce, how you doing, Henry from Arkansas? Bill Musselman, hey, Bruce, the advertiser was Perilla Tours. Right on. Stanley, what's up, Dwayne? Aiden McCluckian, that's how I found you, is what Aiden's saying. That's how I found you. Dwayne, Victoria, BC, 4 degrees Celsius. Steve Burke, hi, Bruce, hope you had a great weekend. Hi, everybody, cold here. Today it was only 3 degrees, only 3, gas 224 a gallon, and there's no ad today. Aiden was in the Bahamas on Friday. Scott Weber, Nassau bad as Ensenada. Dwayne, did you get mugged, Aiden? Sheila, hi, Bruce, everyone. Virginia, 51, and wind is finally dying down, but the sun is shining. Take 51. Bill Musselman's straw market is a scary place. Scott Weber, NASA doesn't want to lose any more visits to the private islands. Fatima, hi, Bruce. Hello, Fatima McCoy. Welcome. Mr. Darkhawk, how come nobody tried to mug me? Not fair. Brooklyn, hello from Fort Myers, Florida. 80 degrees in Fort Myers right now. Gas jumped 20 cents overnight to 249. That's not right, but that's how it happens. Welcome, Brooke, to the show and the channel. Glad you're here. Wendy, hi all. 84 here in Ocala, Florida. No ad today. Dwayne, Mr. Darkhawk, maybe you don't look like it's worth the while to mug you. You just don't look mug-worthy. Roger Leonard, first time we went to Nassau, there were guys with automatic weapons behind sandbags. Never got off the boat again. That was the last time I did that one. Yeah. Paul Wilson, laugh out loud, Darkhawk. Glenn Edinburgh, if the cruise lines don't go to Nassau, they would not have much more. They wouldn't have much more. They would not have much more. I'm not sure what that means. Catherine Hennessy, hello all from New York. 50-mile-an-hour winds here today. I need my cruise. I agree, Catherine. We all need a cruise. Daily Trucking, Brooklyn. I live in Fort Myers. I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas now, but I used to be up there. Darkhawk, yeah, I don't dress all that fancy and stuff. Sherry Awesome Sunsets. Hello, Bruce at Traveling with Bruce. Hello, Sherry Awesome. How are you doing? How's your channel doing? Welcome back, dear. She's from the St. Louis area. She's a travel agent. She has her own channel. Check her out. Dwayne, and that's smart, Mr. Darkhawk. Brittany, the Nassau redevelopment sounds super interesting. Dwayne, you don't get mugged because you're smart. That's what Dwayne is saying. Sherry, hello, Dwayne. Dwayne, hey, Sherry. Brooklyn, Daily Trucking, safe travels, buddy. Dwayne, how's my favorite travel agent, Sherry, doing? 7 is enough, saying hello. Hello, 7 is enough. How are you? Paul Wilson, Daily Trucker, are you at the truck stop in Little Rock, Arkansas? John LeBeau, we spent our honeymoon in Nassau in 1978 at the Cable Beach Manor. Scary place back then. $40 taxi ride from the airport. Yikes, that's crazy. Very awesome. Busy as usual. Dwayne, how are you? Daily Trucking, thanks. Much needed. Weather has been terrible all over the country. I pull up my security cameras daily and cry that I'm not at home. Dwayne, I'm actually too busy to be here. I have some stuff I'm procrastinating on. Daily Trucking. Paul Wilson passing through. Sherry, awesome. Oh, no way. I'm staying out past dark. Sheila, nope, stay on the ship. I'm not getting off. Dwayne, any new live feeds coming up? Sherry, he wants to know for Sherry. Sylvan, the way I look at it, I look at NASA's problems. It's like this. No matter how many more ships can dock, Whatever tram you install, the problem awaits when you leave that port facility. The problem is outside the gate. And Sylvain, you're absolutely right. I think what they're trying to do, Sylvain, is what they're doing elsewhere. They're trying to make it so that the entertainment for the visiting passengers is inside the overall port facility. And so the locals are kept out and the passengers stay in. I don't know how that's going to go over with the Bahamians. I cannot imagine that resentment won't be higher because of that. I think local operators of the street markets and shop owners are just not going to get the benefit because passengers won't dare leave the gates, especially when inside the gates the bathrooms are clean. The food services are perfect. Everyone's happy. Lots of great things going on. Mom and dads don't have to worry about the kids getting disappearing all of a sudden. No one being approached for some untoward activities that might not be frowned upon. Yeah, I think people are going to stay inside the gates and not leave the gates. And how does that make the island richer? I don't know. Anyway, they got to do something. I get it, but there's a lot to be done. A lot. Wendy, laughing out loud, Dwayne. So do I. Started sort of a project. Boy, do I need to get this done. Wendy, hi, Sherry. Sylvia's here. Hi, all. H&R Block Commercial 55, Sunny in Greensboro. Welcome, Sylvia. Dwayne, yep, I'm in the middle of the website project. David M. Little is here. 3 weeks ago, we were in Nassau. 3 weeks ago. I think that will be the last time we get off the ship at that port. I hear this all the time. Nothing but a tour of please shop here and spend money attitude. That's all we got out of it. David M. Little, thank you for your comment. I get this all the time. Paul Wilson, Daily Trucking. I'll be driving by you in about 1.5 hours. I'm on I-40 in Arkansas, heading west for Dallas. David M. Little, we used a ship excursion tour of the area. I think the shop owner was kicking back to the driver. Was doing a kickback to the driver. Yeah, it's sad. Sherry, awesome. You bet, Dwayne. I am doing my live show on Saturday morning at 10 Eastern. Thank you for asking. David M. Little, at the end, we had to walk for blocks. For blocks, we had to walk because of the congestion of cars, buses, and police stop traffic. It's just not worth the effort. There you go. David M. Little, this is direct from a viewer. I didn't pay this guy to say this. This is what I get all the time. And I post a video about not so great cruise ports, and boy, do people hate me from the Bahamas for saying what I'm saying. But these are the comments from passengers of cruise ships why Nassau is a bit of an issue. Linda Moore, Sylvain, so agree. I stay on the ship. Dwayne, I'm in the middle of styling and adding the JavaScript. Sherry, awesome. Hey girl, Wendy Thompson. Sherry is saying hello, Sylvia. Dwayne, 10 a.m. Eastern. I think that's noon in Victoria. Joanne Williams, what about Grand Turk? What's the story about Grand Turk? Grand Turk has its pluses, has its minuses, but it's a popular stop. I can't get more specific than that. Sylvia, hi, Sherry. I was watching your video comparing Carnival versus Royal Caribbean. I couldn't watch it all, but I watched what I watched. I liked it. It was good. Daily Trucking. Paul Wilson, can't miss me. My co-driver is driving us to Tupelo, Mississippi. Then I take over from there to Atlanta. Feel free to key up on the CB. Sherry, awesome. Thank you so much, Sylvia. I really enjoyed making it. Scott Weber, the advantage of luxury lines, their small ships don't overwhelm the small ports they can go to. Exactly. These small ships do not overwhelm the small ports, and it becomes more of a pleasurable thing. Exactly. Dwayne, Sherry Awesome's, I will be there on Saturday. Dwayne at 10 a.m. Sherry Awesome, thank you so much, Dwayne. I'll see you there. Dwayne, hey, Bruce, you were invited as well. Wendy, Sherry, got snow. Dwayne, can I invite my +1? Dwayne, Bruce will be my +1. Daily Trucking, I guess after all this talk about the Bahamas, I think I'll just stay on the Bliss. Maybe the casino, it will take my money, but at least I know where it's going. Well, Daily, you'll be able to use the casino as long as you're in international waters. As soon as the ship goes into ports, they shut the casino down. Head for the spa, my man. You're going on the Bliss. Here's my advice to you. I haven't been on the Bliss, but I already know exactly where I would be going if I'm on the Bliss. Head for the spa. The first day you're on that ship, take a tour of the spa. Make sure you get a spa pass, an adult spa pass. No kids are allowed. You get to use all the facilities of the spa area, including that beautiful pool, the wonderful hot tubs, the hot ceramic loungers. You'll be able to relax. Head over there, my friend, and check it out, and you won't be sorry. Let's see what else is going on. Sherry Awesome saying everyone's invited to come on by my show. Paul Wilson, Daily Trucking. I'm westbound at 248 on I-40. Sheila, such a shame. I won't get to see those places. Sherry, I don't have any snow. It's up to the 40s this week, thank goodness. Scott Weber, that's why Holland America does not build mega ships. They still want to get into those little ports. Holland America is still affordable too. Daily Trucking, Paul Wilson, 165 on I-40. Sherry, 46 degrees right now in St. Louis. Wendy Thompson, yay. Peter Heckema, hi Bruce and all. It's 84 degrees in Tarpon Springs, Florida. Our gas is now $2.24 a gallon. The ad I got today when I turned on was for RedBubble. Hope you got my email regarding MSC Seaside advertising on our paper. I did. Peter Heckema sent me a picture of a full-page newspaper ad in the local paper in Tampa. The MSC Seaside full-page color ad, $6.49 for a balcony, including drinks and Wi-Fi. That is a ship that is now 1.5 years old. Still advertising $6.49 balcony rooms for a 1-week cruise in the Caribbean with drinks and Wi-Fi. What does that tell you about their occupancy levels? Nowhere near what the occupancy levels are on the average Norwegian cruise ship. 1.7.6, 107.5% occupancy on Norwegian. MSC, I don't even know if they're 80, 85%. They are giving away cruises at practically cost to fill the ship. I'm hearing that it's getting better. I'm hearing reports that the Seaside is getting better. These prices are pretty hard to beat. Very interesting, Peter, and I appreciate you doing that for me. Rob Sutter, I'm back. Iceland was so expensive. He says, Dwayne, hey, Peter. Paul Wilson, yep, we're going to pass each other, Daily Trucker. I'm driving a green tractor trailer, says IHT Bar. Glenn Edinburgh, that NJ couple, oh my God, what a drama. The ship doctor should be reprimanded big time. I don't know, Glenn. I really don't know. Sherry, I bet it was Rob Souter saying, Sheila, doctor just trying to cover their rear end. That's right, Glenn. Shaw is Sheila. Paul Wilson, Daily Trucker, I have no CB hooked up. Sheila, no pun intended. Glenn, bit wrong though. Dwayne at 80 with blood in her stool. I think the cruise ship doctor made the right choice. There you go. Ian MacArthur, better safe than sorry. Ian, there you go. Good point. JB Morrow, hi. Hey, JB. Scott Weber made the right choice. My brother just died from colon cancer. Glenn Edinburgh, it's only the doctor's opinion. Daily Chuckle, Paul Wilson, CB comes in handy. Sheila, so sorry, Scott Weber. Lost my mother in 1991 to it as well. Peter Heckman, hi, Dwayne. JB Morrow, getting YF back tomorrow. YF back tomorrow. Both wife and I are 73 and healthy. Requirement to go to Iguazu Falls as a pre-cruise trip. Any thoughts? I'm not sure. YF back tomorrow. What is that? I don't know what that means. There are codes in my channel that even I don't know. Requirement to go to Iguazu Falls as a pre-cruise trip. Any thoughts? JB, I don't even know where that is. So forgive me for being so ignorant about this. Maybe some of my viewers are reacting to you already. Dwayne is saying, hi, Peter. Sherry Awesome. Oh, no, Scott Weber. Paul Wilson, I'm passing Forest City. Sheila, thank you, Sherry Awesome. Richard Pfaff, big ships are not as much fun as you think they would be. More people, but no, not more elevators or other amenities. Big crowds suck. And the problem, Richard, of course, is if you want the $649 cruise, you got to tolerate other people on the ship. It's a volume business now, but you make a good point, Richard. I agree. Dwayne, yeah, Richard, I'm not much for huge masses of humanity either. Sheila, hopefully they had insurance. Sheila, in other countries, I would have probably stayed on the ship. Sheila, depending on the country, yeah, but you may want to stay on the ship. They wanted to stay on the ship. They couldn't stay on the ship. They were kicked off. They got kicked off. The cruise line will get rid of you anywhere because they can. They can do it. It doesn't sound right, but they can. Dwayne, for $600, you could buy a car and some beers and still have money left over for you know what in Mexico. Sylvia, Dwayne, are you really MG Toe? Dwayne, sorry, no, you know. Reese, Kubi, I love how you tell it straight, but can you do a dab? Can you do a DAB? What is that? Dwayne, ladies to whom a guy is certain, you know. Wendy, Dwayne, you are really sounding like MG. Dwayne, kind of like being married. I'm married, no ladies of the evening for me. Sylvia, Dwayne is really MG, everyone. That's what she's thinking. No, I'm not, says Dwayne. Who knows MG Toe? Roger Leonard, any hospital in Mexico is better than Bayonne General. Avoid it at all costs. Vivian, oh my, really? You scoundrel, Dwayne. Laughing out loud. Catherine, bless her. Gladly, she's okay. Cruise line really had no choice. Very unfortunate. Sylvia, Dwayne, you are really sounding like him. Wendy Thompson, twins. Sheila, the stress of all of that would have done me in. Dwayne sounds like MG Toe, but I would really get along. Sylvia, Wendy, about the twins. Could be. Laugh out loud, Dwayne. Does he drink JD single barrel? Paul, daily trucking, smoky at mile marker 232 eastbound side. Vivian, hi, Paul, drive safe. Dwayne, well, I'll drink Jack Daniels or Jim Beam. I'm really not too picky. Sylvia, Dwayne, about MG. Yep, 2 peas in a pod. We can't handle 2 MG toes. Laugh out loud. Daily trucking. Paul Wilson, thanks. Scott Weber, travel insurance. Don't leave home without it. Wendy Thompson, MG Toe 2.0. David Cook, cruising is just not what it used to be. As he stated, have done 17 in my lifetime, and with all these issues and bigger ships, now the wife and I just booked Airbnb in places like Punta Cana. Very interesting. I have a David Cook saying we just quit cruising pretty much altogether. Very interesting. A friend of mine, a good friend of mine, been on a bunch of cruises, got me cruising back in 1998. He hasn't been on a cruise in a while, and he's asking himself, is he going to do it again? He's not sure. It's changed so much. It's just not the same anymore. He's not sure about it. Interesting, isn't it? Dwayne, my wife bought me a bottle of Jack Daniels. It cost her $60. Daily trucking. I bought travel insurance. Right on. Dwayne, gotta marry a girl who will spend $60 on whiskey for you. You gotta marry a girl who does that. Vivian, $60. Lordy, that is dear. Sherry, awesome's travel insurance. Don't leave home without it. Sheila, Sylvia, Dwayne, at you. I'm not going there. Forget about it. I'm moving on. Brittany, anything can happen anywhere, anytime. Glenn, 80 years plus medical insurance, pretty hefty. That's expensive. That's right. When you're 80 and older, to buy travel insurance might be costly. You have got to check with your insurance provider whether you can do it all. Dwayne, always Sylvia, I love that girl more than anything else in the world, and she knows it. That's fantastic. But she's the boss. Julie Bell, yep, travel insurance. Don't leave home without it. Medevac from Puerto Rico to Miami, over $10,000. You do not want to know how I know this. You do not want to know how I know. Brittany, I wonder if the couple that had to get off the ship in Costa had the money to afford the trip back home from Costa, because I know most people their age are on tight budget. They did have the ability to do it. They may have put it on the credit cards, though. I don't know, Brittany. That's going to hurt them. Florida lifestyle. As a travel agent and traveler myself, I completely agree. Travel insurance is a must, especially when traveling out of the country. I always emphasize to clients the importance of added protection. Good words of wisdom there. Absolutely right. You got to have it. Dwayne, can't go there. Dwayne, Brittany, if they could, I wonder if the couple had to take out money out of their savings. You know, they may have just charged on their credit cards and they're dealing with it now that they're home. I don't know. Wendy Thompson, any word on DCP yet, Brittany? Disney let her down. Disney let her down again. What can I say? Sherry Awesome's, hello. Vivian, my travel agent won't book me until I showed them the travel insurance. They wouldn't book me. Very interesting out of Britain. That's interesting how that works. Sherry, I totally agree. Florida, you got to have it. Scott Weber, are those thumbs downs from former clients? I don't know. I don't know. 6 thumbs down. Some people don't like bad news. They don't like, maybe they're from the Bahamas. They don't like me talking bad about the Bahamas. It's possible. It just happens. I have 70 thumbs ups right now, which is incredible. 6 down. That's 76 engagements. 24 more. I hit 100. I wonder if we can do that today. That would be awesome if we can hit 100 of those. Thank you, everybody, for giving me at least a thumbs up. I take those gladly. 71 now. Just got another one. Thank you. Catherine, I wonder if eventually the cruise lines will require us to carry travel insurance. Sherry, wow, Vivian. I always quote the travel insurance notifications for my clients. Brittany, let's all give Bruce a thumbs up. Dwayne, I think what the hell, a thumbs up or down? What's the difference? Well, you know, one looks better. That old biddy, hi from St. Louis. That old biddy, welcome from St. Louis. Paul McKinley is smiling. Dwayne, either way, I'm engaged. Sherry, awesome. I wouldn't bet on it. Catherine, Vivian, Sherry, yep, no insurance, no travel. Mr. and Mrs. Vlogs checking in from LA. Welcome, Mr. and Mrs. Vlogs. How are you from LA? My daughter is in L right now working. Gary Bruxford, hi, Bruce from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Gas up a dime to 225. Gary, welcome back, buddy. Dwayne, okay, I got to run. I got to get some stuff done. Dwayne, you take it easy. Leandro Regaldo. Hi, Bruce. Today, 27 degrees Celsius. Gas $1.09 a liter. Jaguar car announced on the ad. Right on, Leandro. Welcome, Leandro. Dwayne, see you later. Ciao, everybody. Florida. Lifestyle, Sherry, awesome. I'm with you. Always quote travel insurance and make clients sign a waiver that they don't want it. Sherry, see you. Dwayne. Stephen Provor. I always buy the insurance when I travel. 2 years while on a Princess Cruise. 2 years ago, while on a Princess Cruise, I needed to be evacuated from Norway to Los Angeles. The insurance paid $4,500 for a business class ticket plus RN registered nurse. Wow. Without it, it would have been dear. Unbelievable. Stephen, thanks for that. That's a good point there. Sherry, I totally agree, Florida. You got to have it. Stephen, for travel insurance, never leave home without it. Sherry, wow, she says to Stephen. Iskew Park, hi, Bruce. Hi, everybody. It's Iskew in Thunder Bay, Ontario. It's 16 below Celsius, strong winds, and we just had 25 centimeters of snow. I'm sick of winter, but if you live in Thunder Bay, Ontario, you're always sick of winter. You get the hot summers, but they're short. Those are long winters, my friend. Welcome, my friend, back from Thunder Bay. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're well. But I hear you, my friend. It's time to go cruising. Sherry, awesome. Oh, my, Iskew, not that bad here, but yes, I'm sick of winter too. Brittany, I cannot handle being a ceiling fan. I cannot handle being, what is that? I don't see. Leonardo, on all my cruises, I take the insurance from my travel agent at 48 pounds a person, which covers me for 14 days. Very interesting. Vivian, roll on summer, please. Vivian, my insurance, 114 for 1 month, 114 pounds for 1 month of insurance. That is expensive. Iskew, I've had over 5 feet of snow so far this winter, most in over 25 years up here. Still have 1 month left. God help us all. Don made a video about the new ships, and he won't review one until he has sailed on it. Right on. Way to go, Don. Don has his style. I have mine. Everyone has theirs. Way to go, Don. I love Don. Don does great work. He's got a great following. Fellow Canadian. He's in Ottawa. I'm here in Creston. Don and I we're just doing our thing. It's fantastic. Vivian, oh goodness, all that snow. Lev, Chris from Norway. Hi, Lev. How are you, Lev? Welcome. Did you know that most captains on the ships starting at Norwegian come from Norway? I did know that. And I think it's pretty cool. Steamer, ad today is Saskatchewan Pension Plan. Welcome, Steamer. Vivian, beautiful Norway. Paul Wilson, I think that Daily Trucking and I just passed each other on mile number 209 on I-40 in Arkansas. I saw a Landstar lime green truck going eastbound. Debbie Emanuel, aloha, people. Hope everyone is okay. Raining for days. Forecast in Northern California. Yuck. Busy work day, but need to give my thumbs ups today. Debbie, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for popping in here. I got 76 thumbs ups right now, people. We are only 24 away from 100 thumbs ups today. Thank you so much. And Debbie, as always, welcome and have a great one. Sherry, awesome. Hello, Debbie. Sheila Thompson. Hi, Bruce. Another great update. Thanks. Paul Wilson. Hello, Debbie. You're late. Scott Weber, Dawn, and Tony just got off the seaside and say good things about it. That's good to hear. Steamer, my brother, has done over a dozen cruises, and his last was a transatlantic trip, was on a smaller ship. He says his future cruises will be on smaller vessels. There you go. Debbie Manuel, hi, Sherry. Awesome. Did I hear something about happening on your channel? Want to tune in? Catherine, I hear that the seaside is plumbing issues and all the smells awful, including the cabins. I had heard that at the very beginning, a year plus ago. I'm not hearing it as much now. I'm dying to hear from Tony and Jenny and from Dawn, because Dawn was also on the seaside. I'm curious to see what their verdict is as well. Vivian, Scott, don't like those huge shifts. Debbie, hi, Paul Wilson. Yes, very late. Dang, job is holding me up. Sherry, awesome sunsets. Yes, ma'am. Debbie Manuel, I'm on the Saturday mornings at 10. Go back and watch my videos from the cruise. Also, I did a Royal VS Caribbean live stream last Saturday. Thanks for asking. Right on, Sherry. Debbie Manuel, oh, great, Sherry. We'll check it out. John Paulilio, enjoying a nice glass of Pinot Noir. Listening to you here in the very windy Connecticut, or Connecticut, as I say sometimes. Welcome, John, to the show. Over 50 cruises here. First was in 1982 on the SS Norway. You're not the only one who has told me this on this channel. A number of my viewers fondly remember the SS Norway and have told me about it too. Sure, awesome. Thank you, Debbie. Mark Dirksen. Hi, Bruce. While watching you, I got a call from a guy saying he's from Norwegian. He knew of my past cruises with him, or with them. He was telling me about the details. He was telling me about the deals I should do with them. That's quite interesting. Is this normal? I've never had this phone call before. Have you? I thought it was kind of creepy. He knew when I cruised and my name, but not my wife's name. Yeah, that's kind of quirky, Mark. That is kind of quirky. I don't know why a cruise line would call you directly on a telephone. You may want to, I don't know. I don't know what I would recommend you do on this one. I really would not know what to recommend you do. I will say this much. If he's trying to get you to buy something, I wouldn't buy something from him over the phone, number one. I would not give him any information about your credit card numbers or anything like that. If he's trying to confirm stuff, don't even talk to him. If you have an interest in going on a cruise with Norwegian, you call Norwegian on your own phone with their number and talk to an agent there. But what you could do, I mean, if you're curious as to what's going on here, if you got this guy's name, you could contact the cruise line yourself now, dial the 800 number and ask for this guy. See if you get him. Or you could talk to the reservation department and say, do you folks actually make outgoing calls to us and find out if this is real or not? If you've got the time, you've got the inclination, I'm just saying. But that is kind of strange, Mark. Very, very odd, I'm just going to say. Steamer, part of my benefits is health insurance because you're a teacher. Right on, buddy. Make sure it's covering travel. Sylvan, off topic, asked during trivia recently, Radar O'Reilly was born in Ottumwa, Iowa. Thank you, Sylvan. The other night, we were playing trivia, and there was an answer that came up. It was Iowa. And I asked if anybody knew where Radar O'Reilly came from in Iowa, because he was a character on MASH, the guy handling the phones and communications and Colonel Potter's assistant. I asked, where's he from? Ottumwa, Iowa. Sylvan, thank you for that. That's awesome. Gary, see you next time. Gotta go. Thank you, Gary. Scott Weber, Lev, Chris, I'll be in Norway this summer. Leandro, hi. Last year made a Persian Gulf cruise and my wife got ill. Medical assistance and medicine with total, we paid 480 pounds, was all paid back from insurance. Right on, because you had insurance. Right on, Leandro. Thank you for that comment. That's fantastic. Sheila, I was feeling kind of down about sailing on my small ships. Now I think it's a good decision. Sylvan, NCL calls me a couple times every year. Lev, Chris, Scott Weber, you should go to Norway on May 17th. A party that is totally unique in the world. Sylvan Forrest, but they know everything about me, my wife, my past cruises, and even my cabin number. Plus, I know the guy who calls me because I deal with him often. Well, there you go. If you've got a relationship, you got a relationship. Daniel Mahoney is here from Cork, Ireland. Hi, Bruce and all. Enjoying the show from the sideline. I'm hoping entertainment on MSC won't be all that classical music and that they treat passengers to frequent announcements in 5 languages. I hope not. Well, Donal, you'll find out when you get on your cruise there, but don't worry about it. You're going to have so much fun on this massive cruise ship. You're going to see a lot of new stuff. It's going to be overwhelming for you. Don't let the small stuff get you down. You're going to be just fine. Vivian, Independence Day, Lev. John Paolillo, I was in a singles world cruise on the Norway. Great memories. Oh, right on. Lev, Chris, geez. Mark Dirksen, thanks for your thoughts, Bruce. It's great to be part of an amazing community. Thank you, Mark, for joining me as always. Sheila, I've had several phone calls that I don't answer from people claiming to be from cruise lines. I don't respond. Steamer, Ottumwa, Iowa. Vivian, Lev, my mom was Norwegian, my dad Norwegian English. Mark Dirksen, thank you as well, Sylvan. Yeah, we are here to help. That's what we're all about. We love talking to each other and giving each other advice and updates on what's going on out there. There's power in people, I think, and knowledge is power. Leandro have visited the SS Eugenio Costa in 1989 when called Las Palmas Resort. It was I was their shipping agent at the time. Oh, very interesting. Very interesting. Back in '89, right on. Yeah, I love. If any of you folks want to join the Facebook group page I have, Traveling with Bruce, spelled with 2 L's, please come on over there. Join up and post photos from the 80s, the 70s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 1940s, the 50s. Hit your grandparents' photo albums and post photos of ocean liners from way back, even your great-great-grandparents. I love stuff like that. I love seeing photos when people send me photos of brochures from cruises they were on back in the 70s, the 80s, or before. Oh, I love that stuff. The vintage stuff, love to see that. It's so interesting. Our viewers love it too. Please join the group page and hang out between shows with us there too. Mark, thanks for your thoughts, Bruce. Sheila, I've had several phone calls, don't answer. Who else is talking to me here? Steamer, tomb rhymes with rum. Tom rhymes with rum. Tumwa. I'll get it yet, Steamer. So only 15 times does it take me. Sylvan, never underestimate the power of a good network. The collective brain is stronger than the sum of its parts. Yes, sir. Vivian, oh my, 11:30 off the bed. See you tomorrow. Stay safe. Good night, everybody. Lev, Chris, Vivian, Clark Nicholson, then you are a real Norwegian. You really are a real Norwegian. Right on. There you go. Fantastic. Guys, thank you for joining me today on this chat, on this daily show of mine. I'm on tomorrow twice. I'm on tomorrow at 5, and I'm on tomorrow at 8 for live trivia tomorrow night as well. So come on by and join me if you can for both shows tomorrow. I'm on Wednesday at 5, Thursday at 5 and 8, Friday at 5, Saturday at 2. We love talking cruise ships 6 days a week. We're the only YouTube channel that does it. We love doing it. Tell your friends about this channel. Let them know there's this guy who talks cruise ships 6 days a week. It's great. Come on by, invite your friends to join in. We love the bigger the group, the better. We hit 150 today at the height of this chat in the first half hour of this show. Absolutely fantastic. New records being set. 82 thumbs ups coming in already today. Fantastic. Happy with that. Getting down to the end of the show. So if you want to throw a thumbs up before we go off the air, do it now. Help us go for 100 as we zero in on it. There are 63 people here. How many of you can throw a thumbs up on this channel right now? We'd love to get close to 100 if we can. Sylvan, great show, Bruce, by all. Steamer, you said it right. Well done. Sheila, thanks, Bruce. Hope everyone has a great evening. Vivian, Jalev, thanks for all that. Steaming Bean, you deserve a sticker. There you go. Thank you, Steamer. I deserve a sticker. 85 thumbs ups as they come on in. They're crawling in one at a time. Thank you, everybody, for that. Lev, Chris, Cedercom de Norsk. I'll take that as a good thing because there's a happy face beside it. I'll take that. Thank you, one. Thank you all for joining me. As we march on, we're now at 16,648 subscribers and growing. We're going for 16.7. Check out the video I posted today. If you don't mind, if you like it, give me a thumbs up on it. If you can give me a comment on it as well, I'd appreciate that. Go and check out all 750 videos I've ever made. Give me a thumbs up on all of them. I could use it. That would be great. Gold star for Bruce, says Sheila. Steamy Bean, hugs for all. Thank you, one, and thank you all. Please stay safe, stay healthy, stay warm out there. Winter is not done yet. Lucille Torre, love your show. Thank you, Lucille. Love you too. Thank you for joining me today. 90 thumbs up. 90. We got 90 thumbs up. This is awesome stuff. Debbie won't let you give a second thumbs up. No, you can only give me one. You can only give me one or none. But I will rewatch later to add there if possible. I don't think you can do it. Even tomorrow, you can't give me another thumbs up. You can only give me one thumbs up. Those are 90 true thumbs ups from 90 different people. Now, some folks watch me on more than one device. And they give me a thumbs up from their phone, from their TV, from their laptop, it happens. But 90 thumbs ups is phenomenal. When you look back 6 months ago, I used to get 30. When I first started, I get 10, 12, but I only have 30 viewers on these live shows. So 90 thumbs ups from 90 separate people is fantastic. I know that after hours, I will get a bunch more from those who watch my rerun, and I thank them as well as always. Thank you for supporting this channel by acquiring TWB merchandise. Thank you for helping me on this channel by acquiring merchandise on Amazon.com through my link into Amazon, which is just down below this picture down here in my description. Thank you for donations to this channel on PayPal, and thank you for super chats. Thank you for watching my commercials. Love you all for all your support. Thank you for sharing my videos to your friends on Facebook and other social media platforms. Thank you for retweeting my tweets and all of that. And thank you for liking my Facebook posts. It's all adding up to a successful channel. I can't do it without you. Thank you all so much. Alrighty, have you got 90 before? I have had 90 before. Debbie, we hit 115 last week. I think last Monday we hit the all-time record. I don't think we're going to hit it this time. 92 now, but we've done 100 a couple of times. that old biddy, congrats. Thank you for your work. The Steaming Bean, he hit over 100 the other day. We did. I think it was on Thursday or Wednesday. We hit 100. And we're zooming in on 92 right now. Not bad at all. Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock and tomorrow night at 8 if you can make it for both shows. In the meantime, you guys take care, and we'll keep following the cruise news as we keep going forward. Okay, guys. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you later. Bye for now.